Most people think shipping containers are just metal boxes sitting at ports, holding goods from China. But what if I told you those same containers are quietly becoming one of the most underrated business and real estate opportunities right now? Today, we're breaking down how shipping containers can actually be an amazing business, how investors are using them to build wealth, and why this model fits perfectly into passive income and real estate strategies. Let's start with the big picture. A shipping container is durable, standardized, and already designed to be moved anywhere in the world. That alone makes it incredibly valuable. But investors saw something more. They realized these containers could be converted into rental units, storage facilities, mobile offices, retail shops, and even Airbnb properties. And the best part is the entry cost is often much lower than traditional real estate. Think about this. A used shipping container can cost anywhere from a few $1,000s to under $10,000, depending on condition. Compare that to buying a house or commercial building. Even before renovation, the numbers already favor containers. Investors then place them on leased land, industrial zones, or rural property and start generating cash flow much faster than a traditional build. One popular model is container storage. Businesses and individuals always need extra storage. Instead of building expensive warehouses, smart investors stack containers, secure them, and rent them out monthly. The overhead is low, maintenance is minimal, and demand stays consistent, especially in growing cities and industrial areas. This is simple, boring, and extremely profitable, which is exactly what smart money likes. Another powerful strategy is container-based real estate. People are converting containers into tiny homes, studio apartments, and short-term rentals. Because containers are modular, you can start small and scale. One container becomes two become four, and suddenly you have a small rental community. For investors who want to get into real estate without massive debt, this is a game changer. Let's talk numbers. Traditional real estate can take years to break even. With shipping containers, investors often recover their initial investment much faster. Lower construction costs, faster build times, and flexible zoning options make the return on investment very attractive. And because these projects are considered business assets in many regions, there can be strong tax advantages like depreciation and expense write-offs. Taxes are a huge part of why high-level investors love alternative assets like this. Containers used for business purposes may qualify for accelerated depreciation, meaning you reduce your taxable income while still generating cash flow. This is how wealthy investors think. They don't just look at income, they look at after-tax income. Another overlooked benefit is mobility. If land prices rise or zoning changes, containers can be moved. Try doing that with a traditional building. This flexibility reduces risk and increases long-term value. It also opens the door to pop-up businesses, temporary housing projects, and seasonal rentals. Now, is this business completely risk-free? Of course not. You need to understand local zoning laws, land usage rules, and permit requirements. But here's the truth. Every real estate strategy has rules. The investors who win are the ones who learn the system instead of fearing it. When done correctly, shipping container businesses can be legally structured, scalable, and protected. What really excites me about this model is accessibility. You don't need millions of dollars. You don't need to be a construction expert. You just need a clear plan, good numbers, and the willingness to think differently. That's how wealth is built. Not by following the crowd, but by finding opportunities hiding in plain sight. We're entering a time where flexibility, affordability, and efficiency matter more than ever. Shipping containers check all three boxes. They combine business, real estate, and investing into one powerful strategy that smart investors are already using to build long-term wealth and passive income. If you're serious about money, real estate, and creating financial freedom, start paying attention to opportunities like this. The best investments usually look strange before they look smart. If you found value in this breakdown and want more real-world strategies on finance, real estate, and passive income, make sure you subscribe to Smart Realty Secrets. This channel is all about helping you think like an investor, not just a consumer. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.